Now, today we're going to look at the new moon in Scorpio on the 19th or the 20th of November, depending on where you are in the world. And I would describe this new moon as a powerful new moon of internal emotional reflection and transformation. Now, every new moon signifies a new beginning, but this one is exceptional in both its depth, its intensity, and consequently, its potential for inner metamorphosis and empowerment. Firstly, Scorpio is the sign of emotional depth and transformation, gifting us a moment when our unconscious processes are opened wide up and revealed to us in order that we can shift and renew them. And this process of inner renewal is emphasized just again and again and again by all the incredible aspects to this new moon. First up, we have an exact Mercury cazimi. Now, this is extraordinary because it is such a specific aspect, and also it's only in operation when Mercury is absolutely conjunct the Sun within 1 degree. Now, a Mercury cazimi brings us this incredible level of mental clarity, which is just unsurpassed by any other aspect within the zodiac. Mercury rules how we speak, how we think, and how we communicate, particularly on devices, computers, and the internet. Excuse me. And Mercury's in retrograde motion at this time, as you may hear, indicating that this is a moment to go within, a period for inner growth and inner reflection rather than communicating it with the outer world. So this particularly relates to all those unconscious communications that we have with ourselves, most especially our internal dialogue, often referred to as the monkey mind, that internal voice that automatically runs through those old programs that we were taught as children. And let's face it, most of us have internalized powerfully negative messages like, I'm not good enough, who do you think you are, money doesn't grow on trees, etc., etc., etc. And the absolutely massive potential of this new moon is that it brings us the opportunity to observe those inner negative dialogues, to bring them into the light, to reveal and change them, that we may begin anew. Now, this represents the power and the potential of this time, particularly between this Scorpio new moon and the full moon in Gemini on the 4th of December. Because this new moon brings in this incredible opportunity to grow, reveal, transform, and upgrade that inner dialogue. And this is emphasized again and again. So, again, the fact that this new moon is in opposition to Uranus, and quite fascinatingly, where Mercury rules the lower mind, Uranus rules the higher mind. And Uranus is also called the Great Awakener because he comes in like this bolt of lightning out of the blue, gifting us that higher perspective, that greater awareness. It's like we see everything in a whole new light. So Uranus is at 29 degrees of Taurus, that critical degree of magical transformation, where things just get so bad that we have to observe and transform them. And Uranus too is in retrograde. So again, this indicates that this new moon is all about inner work and inner transmutation. Uranus shines his light onto the new moon, the sun, and Mercury, really allowing us to perceive our world on this whole new level. Again, indicating we're able to hear and observe that inner dialogue, working from this more detached, lofty, and wise perspective. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius and the New Age, so he's also highlighting new perspective on consciousness itself. So we're also bringing in that, as well as bringing in that ability to observe those inner workings, we're looking at them in a more scientific or a quantum way. We're becoming aware that our thoughts have the potential to shape reality itself. Was it a particle or a wave? Well, it depends whether we're observing. So we are the observer, we transform our reality. And we might be observing our own thoughts in the light of things like the law of attraction. We might be looking at our inner dialogue from the perspective of what are we calling in? What are we magnetizing? And as we become more conscious of this, we're able to observe where our thoughts are positive and where they're negative. So, what am I calling in on the quantum? And most importantly, how can I clean out? How can I transform? And how can I improve and empower my inner reality and my inner conversations? And this Scorpio new moon is so incredibly This process of transformation is so incredibly supported, first by the Mercury cazimi, by the Uranus opposition, and then we have Pluto, ruler of Scorpio, lord of the underworld, the unconscious, sitting in harmonious sextile to this new moon and Mercury. And in an empowering trine to Mercury. So again, this emphasizes that opportunity to really open up that unconscious process and observe those old, unwanted, self-defeating thought patterns which run on automatic repeat, by which we attract those same situations over and over again. This inner work is so incredibly supported at this time. And again, because this new moon also forms this beautiful grand water trine with Jupiter, Lord of Expansion, again stationary, retrograde in Cancer, and Saturn, Lord of Structure, stationary direct, but he's still retrograde in Pisces, but he's about to go direct. The fact that they're both stationary gives them this tremendous and extraordinary power of transformation. And of course, Pisces, again, ruling all those unconscious patterns. Jupiter and Cancer gives us inner emotional awareness, allowing us to look at those past historical emotional patterns, especially those left over from childhood or family archetypes that we might previously have simply unconsciously accepted as the norm. Saturn in Pisces reminds us of our new inner toolkit that we've been developing. Psychological tools for transformation, such as meditation, hypnosis, past life regression, astrology, and that newfound awareness that we also have spiritual helpers, such as guides and angels, that we can actually ask for help. This new moon is indeed a moment when we are supported in cleansing out, in transforming those past their sell by date negative thought patterns, so that we can gain the ability to magnetize in a whole new reality, firstly into our personal lives, and then consequently out in the world at large. So I hope that helped. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe. Much love. I'm Jocelyn Florence.